getting on the boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, your carriage awaits. We caught this with only 7 minutes to spare after driving from our Hurricane Ridge hike in Olympic National Park. Of all the transportation options we've used to visit Seattle, the ferry is by far the most fun.
If you take it at night, the water below will be inky and you'll have to look twice to notice how quickly you're actually moving.
Coming into port in Seattle was thrilling and eerie. We were anxious to get to Grace and Spencer's to catch up on the last 3 months and unwind from camping in oyster country.
This was my first time visiting Seattle, and what did it offer me? A dystopia where you can look directly at the sun and breathe in acidic air. Isn't that crazy though? It's so pale and orange. Our hosts, Grace and Spencer, always know how to make the best of things though, and we watched a movie that we could empathize with. Mad Max Fury Road.
The next day, we were whisked away by a family emergency to Florida, but we returned about 10 days later to a clear, arid Seattle. Florida's video will come through next week, but we wanted to keep the location-based clarity going for this week.
When we were back from Florida, we had a little game night with our patient hosts and their wonderful friend, Mia. Mia had been kind enough to watch our car home while we were away, even when recovering from a surgery herself. On top of that, she picked us up at the airport with her new puppy. The 5 of us had an awesome time, and it was one of those moments where life felt more normal.
Are you just going? Go. It's okay. I think
Now let's get to this beautiful rainy port city.
Having been a Starbucks partner for 2.5 years, Seattle's Starbucks Roastery was a must-see for me. I had never been to an actual coffee roaster plant before, and it was awesome. They have a full pizza oven and cocktail bar beside their coffee bar. We ordered a delicious drink called a whiskey cloud. We were given a mug with whiskey and some kind of flavoring added, freshly ground French press coffee, and the cloud of lovely cold foam. It was the perfect blend of the dark, rich tastes inside. We also paid homage to the original Starbucks store. It was so cute. Never had the 4 of us seen a line this short to get in either.
Yes, Pike's Place Market is the #1 touristy thing to do, and yes, it is totally worth it. A place where you can get high-quality foods that you've never tried before, what's not to like? We loved Chelsea and DeKalb markets back in New York City, so this was just our style. Grace introduced us to truly tasty mushrooms here, and we got inspired to make ramen for dinner. We had a great time picking out oyster mushrooms, elephant garlic, and fresh bok choy for our recipe.
already.
The shops downstairs were lovely too, cookware and matching. While we were there, we heard a portion of the pier beside the Ferris wheel had collapsed just 2 days before. Luckily no one was hurt, but no Ferris wheel for us.
visit Seattle, you've got to stop by Chihuly's Garden and Glass Museum. Dale Chihuly is a Seattle-Tacoma native and trained at Wisconsin for college and in Italy glassblowing. He had constant energy and continuously experimented with different color, materials, and light. Each of the different exhibits pulled inspiration from all over the world, from fabric to Native American baskets to chandeliers and sea creatures. We really think this art speaks for itself, so we'll give you some space to enjoy it.
You should go up built in the space age for the World's Fair. It stands at 605 feet tall and is an icon of the city.
We also have state-of-the-art UVC lamps and filtering systems that are disinfecting the air in the elevators non-stop. This is our Lake Union elevator, which faces north towards Queen Anne Hill, Seattle's oldest residential neighborhood in the original city limits. To the right of Lake Union, which is where Boeing got started over 100 years ago. As we arrive at the upper atlas, we remind our guests to maintain a safe social distance between groups and to continue to wear masks in accordance with Washington State law. Make sure to head down our off-field stairs to check out our last floor during your trip up here.
There are several spaces here to view the city and Puget Sound. This outdoor, unenclosed area is one of them.
These stairs lead from the bar level to the rotating, fully enclosed viewing area below with glass floors and walls. Thanks again for joining us on our travels. We love having you here. See you next week on the opposite end of the states in Florida.